the first death notice I had. I met the two officers outside, and they told me about the situation. It was a 29-year-old man who had come back from Afghanistan. He shot himself, he took his own life. Only child, his mother was divorced, lived alone. We knew all this before we went in. And knocked on the door, and she answered the door in a bathrobe with her little 2-pound chihuahua. And I stand behind the officers, the chaplain does, the officers go in first. And I've always thought about it before it happened, you know, we read up, they train you, but that very first one, you know you're going to destroy someone's life, as you just said. And I follow the officers in, and you make a quick survey of the room, of everything. The officers are obviously, for a lot of different reasons, for your own safety and everything, there are things that you have to be aware of. And my job as a spiritual leader walking in this presence, I look around and I look for religious objects. I look up on the mantle, there's a cross. It was devastating. There were pictures of her son in his regalia, medals, and I knew it was her only son. And she sat over on one couch and I sat in a chair while the officers told her that her son had taken his own life. She was so calm. And you go through the gamut of thinking, what if they react this way, that way? And you're ready for however they're going to react. And she's very calm until the officers leave. Then I get up and I go over and I sit by her and I looked at her and I said, I asked her about her son. She didn't cry, which I know that people handle death differently. Being a rabbi, you're around people, and also personal things that you have to go through. And I said, finally, I held her hand, and I don't know if males feel that comfortable getting as close as I did to her, because I got right up touching her. I grabbed her hand, and you can tell if someone is amenable to that or not. And I whispered, I said, do you believe in God? And I know she did. She said, yes. And I said, can I say the Lord's Prayer with you? She said, yes. And we prayed. She still didn't cry. And then we talked a little bit about her son. She started to get a few tears in her eyes. I asked her about her dog. That brought a smile, and but that very first time, you never forget, I wrote in my diary, because it's life-changing. As a Jew, we have what's called the Chevra Kadisha, the Holy Society. Even the people who took care of Jesus' body, washing the body, anointing the body, wrapping the body. I did that for 2 years, and I had to stop doing that because I got so connected with the dead person. It's very sad to me. So I think as a chaplain, when you go in to these situations with people, and some of us get a feeling, a connection, sometimes more than others, but I think chaplains even more than just a layperson walking in the room. You have such a connection. I think that's what makes us important, because you actually become one with that person for that little time you're with them. I cry with them, I suffer with them, and I don't let that go when I walk out the door. I don't think any of the chaplains do. I don't think any of the officers do. I know that these two officers I was with did not, because we talked about it many times after. So, yeah, your first time is it's unforgettable.